Good afternoon. This is Keith Stelman with the National Weather Service in Peachtree City. We'll be doing the weekly weather briefing for the week starting August 14th, 2025. This is just a broader look at the week ahead. As you can see on the slides, the really only days of concern might be Friday into Saturday with a low hazard. That would be for the heat index values reaching 100 to 105. But possibly across the portions of middle Georgia. Areas outside of middle Georgia, heat indexes may reach the middle to upper 90s. As you can see, as we get into the later half of the weekend into next week, the main risks will be scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Let's take a look back at the past 7 days rainfall for much of north and central Georgia. As you can see, the heaviest rainfall fell across portions of far northern Georgia and across portions of central and eastern Georgia the past 7 days, where 1 inch up to areas of localized areas of 5 inches fell, particularly in northwest Georgia, where there were some localized flash flooding reports on Tuesday. Areas centered around metro Atlanta only received maybe upwards of a ½ inch in some spots, but largely the lowest rainfall totals that we saw over the past 7 days were in the Atlanta metro region. If you thought it's been rather cool or mild this August, you would be correct. Atlanta is currently experiencing the 5th coolest start to August since 1879 for high temperatures. The graph you see on the right-hand side is the observed departure from average of the high temperatures in the afternoons. And since August 1st, you can see we ran a streak of about 12 days at or below average for high temperatures. That streak will come to an end as we're expecting high temperatures to start creeping up to near or just above average over the week ahead. Here's a look at the forecast for today, looking at high temperatures near 90 degrees across much of the region. Afternoon showers and thunderstorm chances running anywhere from 20 to 40%. Stepping ahead to Friday, you can see tomorrow's high temperatures creep upward a little bit with lower rain chances anywhere from 20 to 30%. High temperatures ranging anywhere from the upper 80s in the mountains to lower to middle 90s across central and southeastern Georgia. Stepping ahead into Saturday, we can see high temperatures again, upper 80s to lower 90s across much of the state. Precip chances ranging anywhere from the low 20s in the northwest part of the state to 30s across the Atlanta metro to 40s to near 50% across southeastern parts of the state. Stepping another day forward into Sunday, you can see the high temperatures again ranging the upper 80s to low 90s, which is near average for this time of year. Chance of precipitation does start to come down a little bit with low 20s across the northern part of the state to near 30% across the middle portions of Georgia. Lastly, we'll step ahead to Monday. You can see high temperatures again in the lower 90s across a good portion of the area. Precip chances are the lowest on Monday, with little or no chances across the I-20 corridor and I-85 corridors, 20 to 30% chances across the southern parts of the state. Here's a look from the Climate Prediction Center out in the extended range in the 6 to 10 day. That would be from the period August 19th to the 23rd. Temperatures on the left, you can see there's a pretty good chance that we will be running at or above average during that time frame, with near or slightly above normal precip chances during the August 19th to 23rd time. Now let's take a look at the tropics. We do have a tropical storm out in the Atlantic. That is Tropical Storm Erin. It is forecast to become a hurricane, but over the next 5 to 7 days remain offshore and not a threat to any land areas outside of rip currents. Erin should remain offshore and pass somewhere between the Carolina coast and Bermuda sometime middle part of next week. And if you're curious what the longer range tropical outlook might look like, the Climate Prediction Center does do a global tropical hazards outlook. This is for the period August 20th to September 2nd. And they are indicating that maybe a more active African wave train could set up over that time period with the red hatched area in the Atlantic, as you can see. It is too early to determine the overall steering pattern effects on any individual storms which could develop during that time, but it is something worth watching, and we are nearing the peak of the hurricane season. Here again is a quick look at the week ahead, and you can see a little bit of heat on Friday and Saturday, otherwise near normal weather for this time of year over the course of the next 7 days. That concludes this week's briefing. If you have any specific questions that you need us to answer, you can reach out to us on any of the following platforms on the screen. Have a good weekend.